Hey you guys, how you doing? We're back for another DTWW reaction, so let's get into it. I'm going to do this reaction on Whitney Houston. I'm going to do this on a performance I don't know if anybody has did it on, called "The Lonely Talking Again," which came off her second album, which I would say one of her greatest albums besides Bodyguard. But the Whitney album, wow, what an impact on popular music during the 80s. So, y'all, let's get into this performance, this live performance of The Lonely Talking Again. And hey, I hope you enjoy it. So, let's get into it.
Is there someone bringing them down? It's the second time around for you and I, boy.
Hey, Whitney. Hey.
Ooh, believe me, it's confusing me. I'm afraid to say let's make up and all's forgiven. Something tells me I'm headed for heartbreak. So darling, please, I'm praying this time will be different, and you and I can share this dream that I visualize. What can you tell me? Are you ready, or is it just the lonely talking again? The lonely, lonely talking. Or is it the lonely again? Now, the time before, when we got together, you promised you'd be forever true to me. But all I got from you, babe, was lots and lots of talking. The lonely nights filled, they were filled with misery. So baby, please tell me now, when I fulfill your needs, you won't have to leave me, even though you know I would let you come back, come back, come back. But I really got to know.
Let me say this. This lady, oh my goodness, she really was the voice. And I'm gonna try to explain my hypothesis with this. The reason why I say this because a lot of singers nowadays have so many background sounds going all the time around them. They always have layers of background vocalists going here and there and all over the place, and it's great in harmony and melody. I'm not taking that away, but sometimes it takes away from the actual soloist, the actual vocalist. In Whitney's case, she actually didn't have all that. And I'm going to give you another example of who I'm talking about when it boils down to this. Mariah Carey always has background layers going always all around her vocals, and it sometimes takes it takes away from what she has going on spotlight wise. She gives, I would say, she shares the spotlight with her background vocalist a lot. The same with singers like Brandy. Brandy, if you listen to all of her albums, she has great background layers, just melismas and harmonies and all that sounds like heaven. But sometimes it really takes away from her spotlight a little bit. Where in Whitney's case, and I think this must have been something that Clive Davis probably had an idea for in his scenario how she would do her performances. I think he made sure that she was the clear clear vocalist and on everything that she did. There was not anything going on in the background. She was the premier chanteuse and she was the premier and also a premier vocalist. She was the spotlight. Her voice was the spotlight. There was nothing going on. Even if in this performance, you're hearing her background singers, but it's not so much going on in the background, but the music and the band. But it's Whitney is the spotlight. Whitney is the moment. Whitney is the star vocalist. There is no sharing. There is no sharing in this moment. There is no choruses going on where you're hearing so much that you're not only listening to the vocalist, but you're hearing whatever that's going on with the background singers. For those who love it, great. I think it's wonderful that you have that. I love Mariah Carey stuff. I love Brandy stuff. I love everybody's stuff who has that. But my goodness, Aretha never had that. And who else didn't have that? Dionne Warwick didn't have that. Anita Baker definitely didn't have that. So those singers really set a precedence for their performances where they were going to be the star, regardless of what you had going on in the background. I'm here, I'm in front. I am the moment. And nobody's taking this moment. This is the voice. So I have to give it up for Whitney. That takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of courage because all eyes are on her, literally. The band is looking at her to make sure that they are following her and also and she's taking her time. It's the slowest I've ever heard this song ever sung. I heard the album version, but this is very slow compared to the album version. So she is really taking her time and making sure that she's getting ample time to get whatever she can get out of this performance. So I just had to get that out there. It was a lot of words going on, but you know what I'm trying to get at. But still, it's just I was thinking about that when she was performing. Like, there's not a whole lot of stuff going on in the backgrounds. It's attaining to the background vocalists. There's nothing going on with them as much as I would have thought, but yes, Whitney is the star, so it makes sense now.
See, are you ready? Or is it just the lonely talking again? The lonely, lonely talking. Or is it the lonely talking again?
Oh my god, right there. Right there, right there. Let me go back to that. I'm gonna really explain what I'm about to get at with this. This is a nuance that nobody cares to pay too much attention to. This is a nuance that I'm going to explain. Let me go back to it.
Lonely
Talking again. Let me tell y'all who does that. And I know she had to have learned this stage persona from somebody, and I'm gonna give you the answer. This didn't come from her mother. The only person I know who does this type of stoic look a lot, the movement and the hand, where her hand is placed, that's nothing but Dionne Warwick. All in this moment. All in this moment. I'm gonna go back. That is Dionne Warwick. That ain't nothing but cousin Dionne Warwick right there. Talking again. That is Dionne Warwick. That's my girl Dionne. So Whitney was really channeling Dionne Warwick in that moment because this is nothing but a Dionne Warwick performance. Love you, Whitney, but you definitely learned from the best. That right there is that she did learn. That's crazy. I had to put that out there. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, 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 she does. Yes, yes, Whitney. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Oh my God, that's a growl right there. Yes.
Just alone. Talking again. When is it gonna be like? Or is it the lonely? The lonely, 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 lonely. Are you ready? Are
Yes.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tell me, are you ready? Are
Yes.
you ready?
Yes.
Ready, 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 ready. Are you ready? You gotta be ready. Or is it the lonely? Talking again. See, it's so lonely. Oh, when you're talking real life, ready for love, boy.
Wow. Whew. All right. That was a great performance. You know what? I had a moment. I had a moment and I didn't really explain that moment. It's very rare, especially in these times, that you hear popular singers. I think Beyonce does this a lot, but she growls. That moment when Whitney growled, that is a gospel moment for me. That's a very soulful moment for me because that that's when you know that the singer is really feeling what they are singing. Most other people will not catch on to that, or they would think it's just a performance. But most, some certain singers are unique singers. I say real singers, real vocalists do that because they feel what they are doing. And in Whitney's case, that growl for me was like very soulful moment. And it's almost like a really feel good, like, woo, it's like, wow, oh my God, that's oh girl, wow, you caught me with that one. Um, but you know what? That really is what makes Whitney so unique, especially in her time. Whitney at this time was a very world acclaimed artist. I mean, she was headlining all over the world the with this album Whitney, which was the second album, broke records, really broke records for a female artist, and especially a artist of color. I mean, when it hit the Billboard, it hit at number one. No other woman did that. No other woman hit the Billboard like that, and Whitney was the first. So she on that platform was very worldwide. And for her to still have those moments, you would have thought that because she was very popish, mainstream popish, she would have contained that. But Homegirl never contained too much, especially with her live performances. I noticed that. Her records are just pure vocal pop, great, especially during the 80s. Very pop, very Barbara Streisand at times because of Michael Masser. Great songwriter, Michael Masser. But just, oh my goodness, it's just her live performance brought out a different element that I don't think people really understood her range. I did not know of her range. The fact is that this woman could sing anything if she wanted to, gospel, country, pop. If she wanted to, she probably could have did country, or if she wanted to go into opera, which is I would want, I wouldn't want nobody to go into opera. Opera is like gospel is one of the hardest artistries, and you got to really know how to take care of your voice and take care of your body to do that. But still, though, she could have did whatever she wanted to do and make it sound great. Whitney was just a unique artist, a unique vocalist, and yeah, that I just always say this because this is true. She had her own je ne sais quoi that nobody cannot. They just can't. They can't bring that back. They can't duplicate that. That what she had was so unique. Tone, style, stage persona. Even though I think she really took from her cousin a lot. And I don't think there was nothing wrong with taking from Dionne. Dionne was in her own time, at her peak was world class too. So she learned from the best. Dionne Warwick. Wow. If you love, please share and subscribe. I really enjoyed this performance. Oh my goodness, I love singing like that. I love great songstress. That's what I wanted. I always call them chanteuse. I think the word chanteuse is just beautiful for female singers. I love that word chanteuse. Okay. Anyway, feel inspired. Go do something, and you know what, y'all be blessed and